Hey, break it up. Domestic violence is not cool.
Education Today starts now!
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Chris Garatano from the Armstrong School District. Armstrong County's Week of Community Awareness and Community Awareness Day began today, Monday, October 24th, 2011. The goal of community awareness is to ignite a spark in the community, a spark of common purpose to help battle addiction to drugs, alcohol, and also to cover elder abuse, child abuse, domestic violence, and sexual assault. The timing of this is wonderful, being Community Awareness Day occurs during the national observance of Red Ribbon Week. For those of you who don't know, the Red Ribbon Campaign is a national effort to work towards a drug-free society. To talk about Community Awareness Day, we have three outstanding guests joining us here today. Magisterial District Judge J. Gary DeComo, District Attorney Scott Andresi, and Joe Ellen Bowman of Haven. Welcome to Education Today. Once again, our staple show is underway. Could you guys introduce yourselves for our viewers?
Magistrate Gary DeComo, co-founder of Armstrong County Community Awareness Day.
I'm Joe Ellen Bowman, Executive Director at Haven, and I'm the coordinator for Community Awareness Day.
And my name is Scott Andresi. I'm the District Attorney for Armstrong County and one of the co-founders along with Judge DeComo and Sheriff Crawford of Community Awareness Days.
Okay. Now, Judge DeComo, can you tell us the goal of Community Awareness Day and how it got its start?
Yeah, the goal of Community Awareness Day is to raise the level of prevention awareness throughout the community. Community Awareness Day started in, I believe, 2004. Scott and I had presented some community drug prevention programs throughout the county prior to 2004, and some of those were well attended. We had 250 people in a blinding snowstorm. Some of the programs were not well attended. We had 20 people at one and 15 at another. So we got together and we started thinking of what we could do to better serve the community. And we decided that if we couldn't get the people to the prevention program, we would bring the prevention program to the people. And that's exactly what we did with Community Awareness Day.
Okay, now each of you has a unique perspective about why Community Awareness Day is important. Can you share some of the real-world consequences about the abuse of alcohol and other drugs and things such as domestic and sexual violence, elder abuse, and child abuse? Cover all of them?
Why don't you hit the abuse of alcohol?
What we're
and other
seeing
drugs?
at law enforcement and prosecution level is an increase in personal property crimes, break-ins, car break-ins, and when we look at the cases, what we're seeing is most of those crimes are occurring for people to carry on their addiction, to support their addiction. The goal of Community Awareness Day, from a law enforcement standpoint, from a prosecution standpoint, is to bring our community together, to show them the resources that are available to them, whether it's their child, a grandchild, someone they know who's addicted, whether it's someone who's the victim of sexual abuse or domestic violence, to let them know that they're not alone, to let them know that the community is out there to help them. Whatever the problem is, there is a resource available. And part of Community Awareness Days is to bring folks together and say, okay, if this is your issue, this is the resource that's available for you, and we will help you get that resource.
Did you want to touch on the elder abuse and child abuse at this point?
Sure, and domestic and sexual violence also. You know, one of the things that we came to learn, and Scott and Gary both said this as Larry Crawford, all these issues are interrelated. And we see a high level of people addicted to drugs and alcohol that actually are also involved with sexual and domestic violence, child abuse, elder abuse. So our goal is to make sure that everybody in the community understands the dynamics of all those crimes, everything from identification and resources if they are impacted by sexual or domestic violence, elder abuse, and child abuse. And also then to try to intervene on behalf of victims, because if we don't understand it, then we're not going to step up to the plate and help people when they're impacted by this. So that's one of our primary goals, is to give our community the tools to intervene on behalf of victims.
Okay, now the focus of Community Awareness Day 2011 is child abuse prevention and intervention. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I can start that one. That actually was a push from Haven. We were very fortunate that we have obtained a grant, a Champion in Action grant from Citizens Bank. It's critical. Scott actually, Mr. Andressi, and Denny Demagon from Children and Youth, Lieutenant DeBovie and I had been meeting and talking about some things that we really needed to do to impact the crime of child abuse. And one of the challenges was we had no money to back that up. We had a lot of good ideas and no funds to do it. So we were fortunate to win this grant and have had some, with this support, we're going to focus on child abuse prevention for Community Awareness Day. And again, I really want to thank Citizens Bank Foundation, because without that we wouldn't be able to do that. So our flyer, a lot of our materials this year are going to be focused on child abuse prevention. A lot of people aren't comfortable with that topic. We're kind of happy about that. You shouldn't be comfortable with that topic. You know, it should make us all uncomfortable. But what our goal is to make sure that people understand that it does happen in our county, that there's resources out there if you suspect it. You don't have to be an expert in child abuse, but you certainly can know who to call and who is your expert in your community. And, you know, I know Scott can talk about that a little bit more, but we're excited about the resources we're going to do, and we're excited about the information we're going to get out to our community, because I think it's going to help protect our children. And, you know, our children are some of our most vulnerable citizens, and we owe it to them for them to be able to live a life free from violence. So we're excited about that.
Okay.
When you look at the criminal cases in Armstrong County, over 60% of the criminal cases are DUIs, drug cases, or criminal acts committed while the person was under the influence of or addicted to alcohol or other drugs. And a lot of these crimes are the crimes of domestic violence and sexual violence, elder abuse, and child abuse. Many times, over 60% of the times that people are brought into me to be arraigned, they're either under the influence of alcohol or addicted to alcohol or other drugs. And a lot of times, the victims are under the influence of alcohol or other drugs. So, as Joe Ellen said, it all ties together. Unfortunately, it all ties together.
Now, there's always different activities that are planned, and sometimes there are ones that are done every year, other times there are some new ones. So could we talk about what some of the activities that are planned, and for both Armstrong School District and other areas maybe?
Well, this evening, on the 24th at Lenape Technical School, we have our Fall Family Celebration. We're in our 5th year of that program, and it has grown by leaps and bounds every year. We have about 50 or 60 vendors who come in. There is a night full of activities for families and their kids. Everything is without charge. Everything we do at the celebration has been donated by community members who care about the Community Awareness Day program and the prevention message. We've partnered with Holy Family Institute to sponsor this program. I can honestly say we've never approached a sponsor or a vendor and requested help and have been turned down. Last year we had over 700 families, people attend this program. We're looking for even more this year, so we would encourage people to stop out. It begins at 4 p.m., runs until 7 p.m. There are a whole host of activities. Once you get there, you will see that there is a lot to do, and more importantly, there are a lot of resources available to you, information about drug prevention, about domestic and sexual violence, about child abuse, about elder abuse. So you're not only getting entertainment, you're getting information as well. So I would encourage people to stop out.
Okay.
At the middle school level, we have 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, we have a program where the state police, Mr. Andressi and myself will be at the schools to say a few words. Then we have young people in recovery are going to take over the program and talk to the kids. We found over the years that young people in recovery send such a strong message to the kids seem to pay more attention to them than they would to me or even Scott when we talk to them. So we have programs set up at all the schools in Armstrong County.
Okay. Now, Is there anything specific that's going to be happening at the elementary school levels?
Well, every year we have a pledge that we ask each of the teachers in the elementary schools to give out to their students, and the students read the pledge. And last year and this year, our pledge is going to be focused on respect, because we think that if you respect yourself and others and you respect your body, you're less likely to engage in unhealthy behaviors. And so that's the pledge that the elementary school students are going to do. And then at the high school level, what we've decided to do this year, and Gary touched on it, we found that some of the programs, especially for senior high school students, talking heads like us talking to students isn't effective. So what we're going to do is meet with small groups of students within each high school and ask them to help us be champions of Community Awareness Day and help them kind of set the stage for their school and learn about child abuse in particular, and learn how to intervene and share that message with their fellow students. So we're taking a little different track with the high school students this year, and we're excited about that opportunity to do that.
Okay. Now, I know that there's going to be different items that are handed out. You mentioned flyers. What kind of things will be handed out, and will they be handed out at all of the district buildings for all the students?
We've developed a flyer. We've done that every year, and the flyer this year is specific to child abuse, so we're going to be distributing that. We're going to print about 15,000 of them, so we'll get them out to the community members and also to the schools. We did something a little different this year. We developed CAD bracelets, so we did get them in. I was going to bring one today. They're actually camouflage, but we're asking people to wear them and say that they're part of the Community Awareness Day, or CAD for short, because Community Awareness Day didn't fit on the bracelet. So we have CAD champions, so we're asking people to be involved in that way and show their support for our endeavors. And we're going to be handing out a lot of information. Actually, as Scott said, there's going to be probably 60 vendors at the event on Monday night, so there's information from a multitude of resources, everybody from Healthy Armstrong, ACMH Foundation, Holy Family Institute, Lenape Tech, all the social service agencies. So we're going to be giving out a lot of information. For the teachers, we've purchased, thanks to the grant that we got from Citizens Bank, we purchased a lot of written materials on mandated reporting, identifying child abuse. So we were able to buy some things that we wouldn't have normally been able to buy, and we're going to get them out to 800 teachers in all of our Armstrong School District, but actually throughout the county. So there's some little few different things that we're doing this year.
Okay.
There's also the religious community. The Sunday before the Monday of Community Awareness Day, we ask the religious community in Armstrong County to include our topics in their sermons in their churches during that Sunday, so that we send letters out to all the churches in Armstrong County and ask them to participate in some way. That gets the parishioners talking about it. Then we follow through with the school programs and the evening program on Monday.
Okay. Pretty thorough process, and to get everybody in the community involved. Now, for those who may not be able to make it out Monday to Lenape, will that information still be available in some way, shape, or form for them to be able to gather in the event that they can't make it there?
Sure, they could call Haven at 543-1180 and ask for information. We'll have stuff on our website.
Okay.
So we'll make sure that the flyer and the information that we're giving out will be on our website, which is www.havenpa.org. So there's other ways, but you can call us, and we're going to be throughout the community. We're going to have information in every community too, so they don't all have to go to the event. The event on Monday night is really geared toward families with children.
Okay.
And anybody can come if you're grandma and grandpa.
As Judge DeComa pointed out, we reach out to the religious community every year, and we offer to them all the resources as well. So if you attend a church, that church has been contacted, and information will be available there as well.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of great stuff that's happening with all of this. How does Community Awareness Day come together each year, and who helps pull it all together?
It starts with a series of meetings that are hosted by Judge DeComo, and I will be the first to say, although I'm one of the listed founders, 95% of the work of Community Awareness Day is done with these two people right here. Jo Ellen, with her staff at Haven, does an incredible job with a very few number of people, and Judge DeComo is able to pull together the speaking engagements and hosts our meetings. But at those meetings, we have wide cross-section of people, social service organizations, county government organizations, law enforcement. It's an amazing group of people. It numbers anywhere between 10 and 12 people. But each year we come together and we decide, okay, what do we want to do this year? What do we want to focus on this year? And then we move forward, and everyone does their part. But I would be remiss, and I want to say this publicly, the two people sitting to my left do 95% of the work for Community Awareness Days.
I would say the person to my right, 95% of the work at Community Awareness Day. She's been phenomenal. Her whole staff's been coordinating this program, and especially this year with our topics this year, Joellen and the Haven staff have done a tremendous job.
Well, thank you. And I want to publicly thank Lori Johns and Angie Cumberledge, the staff at Haven that are kind of my right-hand people that work right along with me. So thank you, you guys.
But we also get an amazing amount of cooperation from the community, whether it's vendors or sponsors or people we beg for money, and we do that on a regular basis. Everyone comes together and says, how can we help?
Right.
And that's what really, at the end of the day, makes Community Awareness Day happen.
What's exciting this year, people are calling ahead of time and asking to make sure they're included in the Monday night program. Yeah. So it's taken us, a few years to get the word out there and people being kind of ready for it and the timing. And that's what we've tried to do. It shows that our efforts have been worthwhile and people are ready for it. So.
We have total countywide cooperation.
Yeah,
and our evening program, we partnered, I think Scott mentioned, with, is it Holy Family? The name?
Yes.
Holy Family. They had a program in the evening. We started partnering with them. They do a tremendous job in coordinating the evening program. We're just thankful we have this type of cooperation.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this program unique to Armstrong County? Are there other counties or other areas around us that do programs like this?
When we started, I didn't really know or think it was unique. I just thought it was a good idea, along with Scott and Larry Crawford and Joellen. After the fact, since we've been doing it for 8 years now, I think it was kind of unique because I have other counties calling us now to get information on how they could start a Community Awareness Day. So it must have been somewhat unique to begin with. I don't know how it is now, but
right.
I think it was probably unique when we started it.
Well, that speaks volumes to what you guys are doing, how you're saying you're already getting community members that are coming to you without you going to them, and other counties that are hoping to model a program similar to that. Hopefully it'll be something that continues to grow and spreads across the state and eventually, keeps growing beyond that. So, okay, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in a minute or so here to talk more about Community Awareness Day. Stay tuned.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name's Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
And we're back with Education Today. Tonight's topic is Community Awareness Day, and we are joined by Magisterial District Judge Gary DeComo, District Attorney Scott Andressi, and Joellen Bowman of Haven. Now, the first thing, we want to back up for a second and talk a little bit more about the Monday evening program.
Yes, that Monday evening program is our fall family celebration. It starts about 4 p.m., goes until 7 o'clock at Lenape Technical School. As with every part of Community Awareness Days, we have an amazing group of people who come together and give us their time and their talent and sometimes their money. But we do want to recognize specifically a few individuals and their staff. At Lenape Votech, who hosts the program, Dawn Coker-Taylor and her staff do an incredible job hosting this event and making sure each and every year we have everything we need. We partnered, as Judge DeComo said, with Holy Family Institute about 4 or 5 years ago to host this program, and Brian Anderson and his staff have just been phenomenal in making sure the program runs smoothly. And you can imagine how much work it is when you're coordinating 60 different vendors to make this program happen. We also have, and you can imagine with 800 people going through this program, Lenape Tech is a mess by the end of the night. Yeah. We have the Boy Scouts who would donate their time and their talent to make sure the place gets picked up and put back the way it was before we started, which is just, to me, an amazing thing to do. So we want to thank everyone who puts their time into this program, but especially those groups.
A true full circle of everybody in our community. So.
It is.
Now, I understand there are some new things planned for this year. Could you speak about some of these, specifically focusing on the child abuse side of things?
Sure. You know, as I mentioned earlier, child abuse is not a comfort zone for most of us, and it shouldn't be. But a lot of the challenges that we face in our community with children disclosing child abuse is that many of our members of our community don't pick up on some of the subtle cues of child abuse. They don't understand the dynamics of child abuse. We don't want to admit it happens. We're not comfortable with it. Even when we get a sense that it may be happening, we pick up some signs from kids or some hints from kids that somebody might be doing something inappropriate, including child sexual violence. We have a tendency to not want to go there. We don't want to believe that it happens. We also want to believe that it's kind of the stranger danger or the guy sleeping under the bridge that's a sex offender, and we don't want to admit that it's usually somebody that child knows, cares about, trusts, as well as do their caretakers know, care about, and trust. And so it really is a very complicated subject. We can't teach you about child abuse here tonight. It's too complicated. But our goal is to get resources out there to you at Community Awareness Day so you do pick up on the subtle cues so that we can do a better job at intervening on behalf of children, that we don't deny it's occurring in Armstrong County because it is occurring in Armstrong County. Our stats show it. Scott can talk a little bit more about what comes across his desk, as can Judge DeComo. Again, I don't want it to be your comfort zone, but I want you to be comfortable protecting children. And a lot of times people don't do what they could do because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to intervene safely. They don't know how to intervene appropriately. And that's part of our goal, was to help teach you and give you some of the tools to do that. So we're excited about this opportunity. And, again, please don't deny it happens in Armstrong County. It happens, but our children are depending on you to help protect them. So help be partners with us at this table and everybody that works in the field that cares about children, including the Office of Children, Youth, and Families. It has been really instrumental in this part of the program also. They couldn't be here with us today, but they do care about kids, and there's lots of good people out there that are willing to help you protect kids.
Okay. Let's focus on what ordinary citizens can do to combat the evils of drugs and domestic violence.
I think you should pay attention to your neighborhood, what goes on in your neighborhood. I always leave outside lights on. Safeguard your pain medications. A lot of the people we have that are addicted to heroin are first addicted to prescription pain relievers, and they get those from the home. And talk to your kids. I think that's the main thing. And we've been talking about people being more aware of what's going on in their community. And this is the first year that we gave a citizenship award to 3 young ladies from Fort City High School. Their names are Morgan Melito, Allison Costanzo, and Hannah Kilmeyer. They were involved with a situation in Fort City where they were stopped by a man in a car, and they did just what we wanted them to do. They identified the car, the license plate number, and a description of the individual, and by their evidence, Mr. Andresi was able to prosecute the defendant for not only the crime in Fort City, but outside of the Fort City area. So we recognize them. We're going to recognize them on Monday night, and we also have a platform.
Okay.
I'd like to echo something both Joelle and Judge DeComo said, and from my perspective, and I say this every chance I get, the bottom line message is become involved, whether the issue is drug addiction, prescription abuse, child abuse, domestic or sexual violence. The most effective tool we have as a community is each other, because we know our neighborhoods better than anyone else. We know when crimes are occurring, and if we're not sure, that's when we should call the police. That's when we should call the toll-free drug number, 1-866-NO-DRUG-0. That's when we need to become involved, because the police cannot be everywhere all the time. We have to be their eyes and ears. We have to become part of the solution. And doesn't matter what the issue is, we are part of that solution. And if we as a community come together, not just on Community Awareness Day, not just during that week, but 52 weeks a year, that's when we'll make a difference.
Right. Now, I think we should also mention one program, Judge Giacomo, that you do yearly. That is your Drugs Kill Dreams program. Can you tell us why you're constantly looking for athletes and other stars to help share this message, and maybe a couple of the newcomers to this year's program?
Yeah, this is the 11th year for the Drugs Kill Dreams program. And the reason I look for professional athletes is because our young people today, of course, and so do I, idolize professional athletes. And a message from them means more to the young people than a message from me. So I'm always going out to Steeler training camp, to the Penguins, and to the Pittsburgh Pirates to get participation from the sports heroes. And this year we added, I have them written down here, Max Starks, Brett Kiesel, Isaac Redman, Willie Colon, Mike Wallace, my favorite, and the center, Pouncey, and Ziggy Hood. So we have new faces on the video this year, and we also have Neil Walker from the Pittsburgh Pirates, a tremendous young man, player and individual. So we hope that when we do the program this year, the kids enjoy it and listen to the messages.
And that program, of course, will be coming into our district schools. And do they go outside the district too, into the other schools in the county, correct?
I've been to 4 different counties with the program.
Okay. And just real quickly, we have every year is the Manor Township Lions anti-drug poster contest.
Yeah,
right?
we have. That's where the slogan "Drugs Kill Dreams" came from 11 years ago. It came from a 4th grade Manor Township Lions poster. And this year's winner, I have it with me. Can I show you?
Yes.
This year's winner for the 2011 4th grade Manor Township Lions Drug Prevention Poster Contest was Shelby Gogol from Divine Redeemer School in Fort City. This is the winner.
And for those, it's taking drugs is like a tsunami. It washes all your dreams away. So I thought it was pretty good for 4th grade to come up with that kind of line. It takes some thinking. I don't know if I could have come up with it. Tell you the truth. Okay, I think we're about out of time for today, but I thank you guys again for coming down. It's always an important topic, always new things that are coming up, and it's nice to hear that the community is really coming full circle all together on this program, and hopefully it will continue to grow in the future. That is our show for today. A special thanks goes out to our guests for being on the show: Gary DeComo, District Judge from Ford City, District Attorney Scott Andressi, and Joe Ellen Bowman of Haven, all from the County of Armstrong. I'd also like to thank all the Community Awareness Day partners who worked so hard to make this annual event such a huge success. Thanks also goes out to Catania Senior High School TV production students led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be requested contacting Chris Garitano, Multimedia Technician at Catania Junior High School. For more information about the district, visit our website and have a great week.
Hi, I'm Brett Kiesel, defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drugs kill dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.
Hi, I'm Max Stark, an offensive tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drugs kill dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.
Hi, I'm Isaac Redman, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drugs kills dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.
Hi, I'm Mike Wallace, a wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Drugs kill dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marquise Pouncey, center with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Center your life around healthy activities. Drugs kill dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.
Hi, I'm Neil Walker, second baseman with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Step up to the plate. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't get distracted by tobacco, drugs, and alcohol. Drugs kill dreams. Don't let drugs kill your dreams.